17 Key Differences between Asperger's syndrome and social anxiety disorder. Have you ever missed a bus stop because you were too afraid to ask the person next to you that you wanted to get off? Or are you unable to hold eye contact? Is it hard for you to make friends and be among them? Or are you obsessed with having your desk arranged in a certain way? If you've encountered the above situations, or their variants, on more than one occasion, it's likely you have Asperger's or social anxiety. Rather than leading life with a vague notion that you either have Asperger's syndrome or social anxiety disorder, it would be of great benefit to you to have a solid diagnosis of what's afflicting you. Please subscribe and click the bell icon so you stop missing out on important updates. Knowing what makes social interactions difficult for you is the first step towards coping with these two conditions. Let's begin by defining and differentiating Asperger's and social anxiety. What is Asperger's syndrome? The Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders provides the best clinical diagnosis for Asperger's. According to the book, a person with Asperger's syndrome must show qualitative inability in social interactions. These inabilities include difficulty in maintaining eye contact, impairment in interpreting social gestures, and the inability to interpret facial expressions or body postures. The above inabilities make it hard for the patient to develop friendships and relationships with others, as well as share interests or reciprocate social or emotional cues. Additionally, a person with Asperger's may engage in repetitive patterns of behavior and activities. All these are symptoms used to diagnose the larger autism spectrum, meaning Asperger's is part of the autism umbrella of disorders. Defining social anxiety disorder. You can think of social anxiety disorder as social phobia. It's the extreme fear of being judged, rejected or negatively evaluated by others. People with social anxiety are worried about appearing awkward or boring in social situations, and as a result, they tend to avoid social interactions. When it is impossible to avoid a social situation, a person with social anxiety experiences extreme distress. Think of the bus stop example we started. A person with social anxiety would rather miss a stop than ask a stranger to make way so that they can alight. There are instances where a person with social anxiety experiences physical symptoms such as elevated heart rate, sweating, nausea, and full-blown anxiety attacks when confronted with unavoidable social situations. What is the difference between social anxiety disorder and Asperger's? As you might have already noted, Asperger's syndrome and social anxiety disorder make social interactions difficult. That's where the similarities end. For a person with social anxiety, fear of social situations is the primary driving force. Anxiety limits functioning in such situations. Asperger's, on the other hand, doesn't generally lead to feelings of anxiety in social situations. Rather, Asperger's impairs behavior in social situations by making it difficult for a person to understand the mechanisms of social interactions and emotions. Whether you are showing signs of social anxiety or difficulty with understanding social situations, consult a doctor to learn the meaning of a particular set of symptoms you experience. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you stop missing out on important updates.